Press your goddamn button.
Button has been pushed. And we are live.
All right, cool. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Two Captains, One Pod. Not so weekly edition anymore. So here's the deal. Earlier this year, I told you guys as the year started that I was going to take a break come my grandfather's passing. It has happened. We're up tonight because I'm available tonight. I need the distraction. His funeral is this Saturday, so yeah. That is the main reason for the 3-week break that we've had. What, y'all know what I'm trying to say. That's been the main reason for the 3-week break. So, in saying that, this episode is dedicated to a U.S. airman, a Vietnam vet, a man who born December 25th, 1944, left us on March 14th, 2026. Arlen Ray Young, my grandfather. Grandpa, thank you for everything. I love you very much, and you have no idea how missed you are.
Methinks he
to
froze.
circle back to when it all finished, and it looks like we'll be circling back to one series a lot quicker than we thought we were going to. That is, of course, Starfleet Academy. News just broke. Hey, we finished filming season 2. All right. You're canceled. Oh. It was immediate. It was damn near immediate. They were celebrating the ending of filming season 2 when the announcement came. They were canceled. I don't know how I feel about it yet because I still haven't seen the show. I will say that I am with a lot of the Star Trek fans saying that the haters won. I know that this series, much like Discovery, had a lot of backlash to it. But the backlash on this show, unlike Discovery, from what I've seen and heard so far, is about the characters themselves. Jim Hadar female. Even though she's technically Jim Hadar Klingon, but whatever. That covers why she's possibly female. Yes, we have a gay Klingon, but fuck it, it's about time. Okay? We haven't really ever talked about the gay thing in Star Trek before in depth. This was our chance to do so. And now it's gone. And then, of course, that one background character that a lot of the original series fans were mad at, okay, there were only 2 left in the original series. But again, you heard us talk about that on that episode. You go back to the original series, those are the only 2 that they knew about. Okay? They left the planet, their species wasn't around anymore. So yeah, they possibly weren't off the last 2. But far be it from us to give you all a decent explanation that y'all are going to fucking take. This, that, whatever. Unfortunately, it has been canceled, or fortunately, depending on your flavor of Star Trek, it's been canceled. The main topic for tonight is a topic that kind of launched this whole thing. Or at least helped launch this whole thing.
Thanks to
you. And that is Star Trek Online. Yeah.
I got this gravy train rolling.
Yeah. You go back to our earlier episodes all the way up into TNG. And we're playing Star Trek Online as we're doing this podcast with you guys. I mean, go back and listen to those episodes. Or watch those episodes on YouTube. I mean, you're going to see the gameplay on YouTube, and then you'll hear it in the background on Spotify. That is what got us here.
You very barely hear it on Spotify, I've noticed. Not through any fault of ours. It's just that's just how PlayStation. Right. That's just how PlayStation recorded it.
Right, but Star Trek Online is such a wonderful game for Star Trek fans. I mean, if nothing else, if you never play another Star Trek game in your life, play Star Trek Online. It's free to play, free to make a character. You can start yourself off in any time really you want to put yourself in. You could either go to the 25th century, which is the current date in Starfleet as per the game. You can do a small stint in the TOS, a small stint in the Discovery era, and then you have your other factions. If you pay into the game, and you purchase the lifetime subscription, which I have finally done, you can play as a Romulan, a Klingon, or well, not for the paid side, but for the paid side, you get
you get special characters. All of the factions are free.
Yeah.
But
right.
You can get certain races or certain species if you pay into the game.
Special uniforms and stuff. And they have almost every uniform that you could think of in Star Trek Online. I think there's like 2 or 3 that they have not added. And that's because those uniforms are so nichely known that you just can't get them. They just haven't added them to the game. But you could be Romulan, you could be a Klingon, you could be a Jim Hadar. You can play as a liberated Borg, you can play as a Cation. I mean, literally anything out there. Anything in the Star Trek universe, you could be it. You can create it, you can do it. They have ships. I mean, they have ships that, like, okay, I considered myself pretty fucking versed in Star Trek. You know, so much so that I sit there, when John brought the idea up, I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this, because I can hold my own with you. And then we started playing Star Trek Online, and I was like, I don't know what half these fucking ships are, I don't know what they do. And here's John storing me on all of it, going, well, here you go, here's the story, here's the type of ship, all that. But, you know, they've got, I mean, it's just like any other online game out there.
Comes with an encyclopedic knowledge of this bullshit.
Right. I mean, you have... There's so much you can do, and the storyline is pretty decent. It's a pretty decent storyline, no matter where you go, where you start in the game. Now, I will say, if you want to start with the original series, do so, because the original series, that's the only time you're ever going to get to visit that era, is starting with the original series. And its storyline is pretty cool. It takes you right up to the destruction of the Defiant. And you actually get to play a role in that battle. It's really cool.
Wibbly wobbly.
You get to see the
timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, you do have to deal with Daniels from Enterprise, so I mean, I get that. If you don't want to. But, you know, it's... I mean, for those of you that started the podcast with us, or want to go back and watch the original videos of the podcast, as we took you through everything that happened, we matched the uniforms to what the era was at that point in time.
Which was a pain in the ass.
It really is, because it takes so damn long. But, you know, you can match uniforms, you can match ships to whatever era. I mean, there are times me and John will be just fucking around on Star Trek Online, and I'm rocking a fucking TOS ship in the 25th century, whooping ass with it. He's rocking a 23rd century ship, whooping ass with that. And of course, the game has its own explanation on why those ships are still able to whoop ass the way they are.
Good old fleet modernization program.
But, I mean, as far as online games that I've played, it's probably one of my favorite ones. Like, I played DCU for the longest time, DCUO, which is the DC Universe, the comics, their version of an online game, an open world multiplayer game. It's a lot of fun. I love that game too, but I think Star Trek really blows it out of the water with the amount of customizations, things you can do, places you can go. DCUO is very limited compared to Star Trek Online. I mean, I put Star Trek Online up there with, you know, things like World of Warcraft. Skyrim, those types of online multiplayer games, because of the amount that you could do. The character customization alone puts Star Trek Online in that same realm with those guys, with those types of games. I mean, I'm going in a fucking circle and my mind's going fried. So, someone else talk.
So, I was about to say, Star Trek Online's been around for a while. I want to say it's been around since like 2010. That sounds right. I will do Google for verification while I'm yabbering on. It's a game that I think I found probably around 2014, I want to say. So back when I was in high school.
I know it's been around since at least 2016, because when I went to the 50th anniversary tour in 16, Chase or Lita was giving away little deals where you could claim a Hollow Lita on your bridge.
So I
have her as a regular.
I was initially correct. Its initial release date was in 2010.
Yeah, and it later released for PS4 and Xbox One in 2016.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know I started playing it in high school. I would download it to all the school computers, but it would only be saved under my school login for the computers. So any computer I had it installed in, as long as I was logged into the computer, I could just up and play it. That's kind of what started me on that journey. Now, after I got out of high school, I got some consoles and whatnot, and of course the console versions had come out by then. So I started playing on PlayStation 4 up until I got my Xbox One. That sounds right. I started playing on my Xbox for a while. And I would just kind of switch between the three depending on what my mood was. Until here recently.
Yeah.
Where I've been pretty much mainly only playing on PlayStation.
I will say, I mean, when you first talked me into it, I mean, look, going on the free side. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys, everybody knows these online games. If you're playing the free mode, you're gonna barely get by. It's gonna be irritating for you at some times. Everybody knows it. And then because they're designed, because they have those things you pay to get better, these types of games are designed for you to want to pay into them. I will say, personally, it has been beneficial for me to pay into it. However, if you don't want to, you don't have to. I mean, Carter here has not paid into it a single bit, I don't think.
No.
And, Carter's able to keep up with us as much as possible. I mean, he's barely played the game with us, but, it's...
Well, I also haven't played the game since we stopped playing the game on here.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, if you don't want to pay into it, as somebody who was not able to pay into it for quite a long time, actually, I completed. You can go through the entire story and do everything free. It's going to be slightly more difficult. Like for me, it'd be no problem, but I've been around the game for over 10 years at this point.
And see, like for me, because I remember the first time we played all the way through it, I did it all the way completely free. I think, or it was like right towards the end of my very first playthrough. I think I paid into it, and I paid into it to get one ship. And this ship came with now. Go back and listen to those older episodes. You'll hear me talk about John's cheaty bullshit consoles. Okay, when we play the game, it'll always sit there go, let me apply my cheaty bullshit consoles here. Okay, it's out of his mouth every fucking time. But the ship that I bought, okay, I just wanted a fucking tier 6 ship, okay, and I wanted to get the ship that was supposed to be Enterprise current day. So I got oh, what the fuck is that class called? I don't remember. But I got what the Enterprise
Odyssey.
F is. The Odyssey class. I got that ship. And it comes with the most lame-ass fucking console, personally, in the fucking game. Because their ships, you know, when you buy ships in the game, you get consoles with them. Certain ships come with certain consoles, and you can take those consoles off, put them on other ships, and make one badass fucking ship, which is what me and John have learned to do. But when I bought my first ship, it gave me no cheaty bullshit consoles. So I'm still rocking pretty much free bullshit on a paid ship, and I'm still rocking with it. I still completed the entire game with no cheaty bullshit consoles. I think I got my first cheaty bullshit console probably now about 9 months ago. I mean, because I've been playing for a couple of years now.
That sounds right.
But I went for like a whole year on that game without any bullshit consoles till I figured out what
he was relying on my cheaty bullshit consoles until he got
yeah. And now I finally got a cloaking device. Except for my cloaking device only works on a fucking Galaxy class.
No, that's Starship separation. You could put the cloaking device on any fucking ship you want.
Oh yeah, it's a Starship separator. That's right. But still, I wanted the Star Drive separator because I think that's fucking cool. Put it on any of my ships and watch the fucking Star Drive. Just fuck off for a little bit. No, it's only for Galaxy class, and if I want to do it, I have to have the Galaxy class, and I can't fucking drive. There are ships that, like, I will say, that's one of the cooler things about it, because I've played other games that have, like, what's it called, World of Warships. I play that one too. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun. But each ship drives the exact fucking same. Whether it's an aircraft carrier, a battleship, a cruiser, they drive the exact fucking same. Okay? The ship mechanics on that game, all the way across the board, are the same. Star Trek Online, that is not the fucking case. Okay? If you want to get into Star Trek Online, that is not the fucking case. Don't think that whatsoever. Your Galaxy class is going to fly slower, turn slower, has the worst turn radius in the fucking game. Personally, I mean, I haven't flown anything bigger than a Galaxy class yet, but
there are some other ships that have a more horrible turn radius, but
like, if you want something that goes quick and turns quick, get you one of the little bitty ships. Get you a little Miranda class, okay? Get you a little Reliant.
Get it.
Okay, they have tier 6 versions of those. Get a Defiant. Do you want to talk about something that's quick, fast, and get the fuck out of Dodge? Defiant. And funny enough, I think that was we were coming up on the Deep Space Nine episodes when we stopped doing Star Trek Online with the podcast.
That sounds.
We were coming up on the Deep Space Nine episodes. The only reason I know that is because I have not touched my Star Trek Online character since we stopped playing with the podcast. And he's still in the Galaxy class, but he's in the Deep Space Nine uniform. The movie uniform.
Which would have been almost a year ago.
Yeah. Wow.
The last episode where we played Star Trek Online for the podcast was May 22nd of last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have come a long way, because it also feels so, like, it hasn't even been a year, but it feels so long since we touched the game. Mm-hmm. Alongside the podcast. Personally, though, I like this format better. I do enjoy this format where you guys get to see us, hear us a little bit more clearly. Especially if you're watching on YouTube, you don't have to hear over the game as much. But...
Whereas for us, it's a little worse because we have to look at you.
Yeah, well, you're no looker yourself.
Well, get fucked.
I would, but Hannah keeps saying no.
Sounds like a skill issue, TBH.
Guys, peep the new merch. So after last episode, we said that we got enough points to get the sweatshirt. Well, I got the sweatshirt. My next punch card is a 4-day vacation in the brig.
Yeah.
Yeah, new merch is going to be available soon. I'm still working on it. I have the t-shirt press. It is in my possession now.
Quick addendum. Probably not going to be that sweatshirt.
Yeah, you guys will not be able to get something like this because this is so much copyrighted here. So much is copyrighted here that we cannot provide this to you guys. Now we can have the sweatshirt, which I will get you guys y'all's own version of the sweatshirt. But we do have merch rolling out for you guys. So the t-shirt press is in my possession. I have been fucking around with it. I've gotten pretty comfortable with it. So we're going to be getting some stuff going. Hopefully by September, if everything goes right, I will have merch. If we can get a table at FanFest or FanX Salt Lake, if we can get a table, I will have merch to sell. We will have merch to sell. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to a lot of the Star Trek games, I mean, I've played, about 4 or 5 over the years. The only other real one that I can honestly really speak to is the 2009 Star Trek video game that came out where you play as Kirk and Spock, facing the Gorn in the Kelvin timeline universe. It's a real short story, real short game, and it adds nothing. I mean, there's nothing there. It is like a one-and-done type game, and I think that's where I left it. I played it all the way through once, and that was it. Came out on PlayStation 3. I'm talking about the 2009.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. I think I still have my copy for Xbox 360 somewhere.
I have mine for PlayStation 3, but yeah, very short story, very short game. There's nothing added onto it. You can't do anything but play the story.
I don't think I ever finished it, come to think of it.
Did it? I finished it, like, I bought it. And I remember buying it on spring break, and I finished it within 2 days, and that was it. I was like, okay, what else can I do on the game? It was like, want to play the story again? Not really, no.
Gosh, I want to say I bought it like 2018, 2019. That sounds right. I think I bought it at GameStop of all places. I found it at GameStop.
I know I bought mine at GameStop, but I got it the year it came out. And yeah, I mean, it's a fun game, but like I said, for Star Trek fans, you want to play a game that you get to have a lot of fun with. You can do whatever you want in Starfleet or in the Star Trek universe. Play online. Play Star Trek Online. It is a massive download, though. I will tell you guys, it is a massive download. Don't think, okay, hey, these guys are really talking about Star Trek Online. I'm going to download and play it right now. No, you're not. You're going to download it right now, and you're going to play it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's going to happen. All right, you're going to download it tonight and play it tomorrow morning.
Unless you have really, really good internet, then you might be able to play it in like an hour or two.
Right.
Which this podcast will be over by that time anyway, so that works. You get to watch this, you get to watch all of this, then you can go play.
Yeah, sit down and do your homework first, and then you go play.
Listen to us ramble on for a couple hours.
Right. I will say the only thing that I have a grievance against Star Trek Online is it's not cross-platform. Like, at all. That is my only grievance against it. PlayStation plays with PlayStation, Xbox plays with Xbox, PC plays with PC. Okay, we know there's modders out there. We know the PC community is the community of, hey, I just got this game. What mods can I add to it? Okay, so like for the console guys, it's kind of cool that we don't have to deal with the modders and shit. But at the same time, if you got a friend that only plays Xbox, you're only playing PlayStation. You got another guy that only plays PC. You're not gaming together. This is not the game for you. Go to Minecraft.
Or literally any other game that's come out in the last several years.
Right. I don't know if they have plans to make it cross-platform. I doubt it, to
Probably
be honest.
not. Yeah.
They are adding things to this game, though. Like, okay, if you're sitting there thinking, well, it came out in 2010, how cool can this game be? No. No. They are adding shit to this game constantly. Starfleet Academy dropped on Paramount Plus. A week later, the PC guys got a major update. And a month after that, the console boys got a major update. We got the Starfleet Academy uniforms. Now, we have some of the Starfleet Academy ships. And if you want to have... Talking about ships, you want to have a hero ship, you absolutely can. We talked about it. John flies the Galaxy class. I hate the Galaxy class. I've got the Odyssey. I've got every class.
Different classes. It just depends on my mood at the time.
Right. I've got every ship that's ever been named Enterprise, except for I think 3 of them. I don't. Tier 6 for those.
I think I've got everything but the C.
I don't have the original series Enterprise in the Tier 6. I do have it, but it's not Tier 6. I don't have the NX-01 Tier 6, but I do have it. I've got the A, B, C, D, E, F, and the G, all Tier 6. Fuck you, John.
I do have them all except for the C. That is the only one I do not have. Which is why Chris was getting the finger earlier.
And I don't have any of them.
So you double.
Right. Like John's even gone as far as though, like he's giving me the finger for the C, but he gets the finger 3 times over because he's got the Tier 6 original series, Tier 6 NX class, and he's got the Kelvin timeline. So double fuck you on that one, motherfucker. You got the Kelvin timeline Tier 6.
Like I said, I have them all except the C. I told you.
Like, you get so there are in-game currencies as well as, you pay into the game. So you pay into the game by buying Zen. Zen gets you stuff on the Zen store. The Zen store, when you buy stuff off the Zen store, buy some of the lockbox keys. Get some of the lockboxes. Lockboxes are free. The keys are not. Get you a bunch of them fucking keys and go unlock all them fucking lockboxes you got. Because then you get what are called low-buy crystals. Low-buy crystals, you go to Drozana Station, and you can buy all the cool shit. Uniforms that you can't get off of the Zen store. Uniforms that you can't get anywhere else other than the low-buy store. You can get ships there, and they remove stuff and add stuff to the low-buy store all the fucking time.
Quick addendum. Stuff you buy off the Zen store is unlocked for your entire account. So any character you have that's in any kind of Starfleet faction, you can use any of the ships you have previously bought. Same goes for uniforms. However, in the low-buy store, those items are character specific.
Yes.
You might be able to transfer some of the ships, like if you haven't opened the box they're in, you might be able to transfer them between characters. Have not tested that. But I know like the uniforms and stuff are very, very character specific as far as that goes.
Yeah, as far as boxes, if you do not open them, you can transfer them to other characters on your account, but it has to be on your same account. You can't transfer them to a buddy's account. We tried the buddy account system, it failed. However, I tried it, because I had enough low-buy crystals on one account to buy a uniform that I didn't know I already owned. Went and bought the uniform, did not open the box, found out I already owned it. Sent it to another one of my characters that did not own the uniform yet. They able to open the box. So it's transferable between your same characters on your same account. You get 10 characters without paying into the game. You can build up to 10 characters.
And if you want more character slots, you can buy those too.
Yeah, you can buy more character slots, ship slots. You get the fucking you get the lifetime subscription. I'm gonna talk about that one because I just got that. That is the most overpowered thing any online game has. It truly is the most overpowered bullshit. Because right off the bat, with a lifetime subscription, you can get cross-faction stuff. So now my characters, I have up to 17 characters I can build now. I have so many fucking inventory slots, I'll never have to worry about my inventory ever again. I have so many ship slots, I'll never have to worry about dry docking any ships ever again. It is ridiculous. But now my Klingon character can have all of my Starfleet ships, and all of the Klingon ships that I own, and all of the Romulan ships that I own. My Romulan can do the same thing, and my Federation guys can do the same thing. They do have, now if you want to get the cross-faction ship, they have that on the Zen store as well. You can just go ahead and buy that. Which allows your Federation boys to fly Klingon ships, Romulan ships, Jem'Hadar ships, whatever you want. That's how I have on one of my Federation accounts the HMS Bounty.
Something interesting about Romulan characters I'd like to add is at a certain point in the story, after you complete like the Romulan faction specific missions, you can choose who to ally with. You can either ally with the Federation or the Klingons. And if you ally with the Federation, any tier 6 whatever bullshit you want on that, like if you side with the Federation, you don't have to unlock cross-faction for that. So,
but that'll just be for a Romulan character, though, unfortunately.
Right.
But I mean, I have had so much fun on this game, though. Like I said, I mean, we still play every now and then. Like, we don't play on, streaming anymore. We don't stream it anymore as much, but we still play it every now and then. One of the things me and John have been working through is stock that was completely Borgified. I thought it was the coolest fucking thing. It was glowing green. It had the Borg implants on the ship. I mean, it was badass. And I'm like, how the fuck we get that? And John goes, well, this is how. And so we finished the game, and we started doing the end game stuff. The end game stuff. So once you finish the campaign, there's so much to do on this game. So much to do. You'll never be finished playing it. So we're going through the end game for the Omega factions. Getting the Omega marks, and I am not far off from tier 6 of the Omega factions thing, which is their last tier, to completely Borgify my ship. So I one of my characters is a Borg Starfleet officer with a completely Borg crew on a Borg ship, a Borgified Federation ship. It is the meanest looking thing in the entire fucking world. I mean, and these Borg implants, you can put them on any ship. You can, it doesn't have, they're not specific to one ship. They are consoles, just like everything else. You can transfer them to other ships. And some of these ships look really good with the Borg implants. They look really fucking mean with these Borg implants. Other ships, it's like, that's a toy. It's just, it doesn't look right, it doesn't size up well. They are fucking cool. It is so fucking cool to do this. I believe it's one of the only factions that has, that modifies your ship as well. There's a really cool storyline. If you don't want to do a Borg character, now, you can play as a liberated Borg character if you pay for the lifetime subscription. However, if you don't want to play as a Borg character, you can't play as a Borg character. Wait till you get to the Borg section of the story mode.
Which is the latest story arc that is coming out as we speak.
Yeah. Once you get on the other side of that, you have the ability to put your... make your character look like a Borg. Like a Borg member, make your officers look like Borg, so many different implants and stuff like that. And if you want to make, you can. It doesn't look exact. You can't get exact, but you can get close enough to Locutus of Bork. On that, you cannot name your ships after the hero ships. You have to change the wording a little bit if you want to do something like that. You cannot name your characters the direct Star Trek character names. Okay, you cannot make a Jean-Luc Picard, but you can make a Jean-Luc something, or you can make a something Picard. You can do things like that for Kirk or stuff, but you cannot do James T. Kirk. You have to get very specific with your names if you want to do something like that. It's much like any other online game. You cannot go with the hero stuff. You cannot go with the in-universe shit. You have to make your own shit. Or find a way around it.
Unless it's Discovery, in which case, yeah, you can name your ship Discovery with the same registry number and everything. Because they still have not fixed that.
Which, when they do, it's going to piss you off. I know that. It's gonna piss me off too, because I've been waiting to get the Discovery so I can set their name at Discovery NCC 2000 or whatever it is, or the whatever registry it has on it. But it's 10 something, NCC 10 something, right?
1031.
Yeah, 1031. You can even do the NCC numbers that way. It's crazy. There are other in-universe ships. Like, I actually have Pavs, my character that I did the podcast with. I ended up going back and just wanted to see something. USS Hood is very notable for TNG because it's the ship that McCoy goes to after he leaves the Enterprise, takes him back to Earth. It's also the ship that goes to Wolf 359 and survives that shit and helps provide aid. And in the game, the Wolf 359 location, it is there docked. Well, Paz flies the USS Hood now with the same NCC registration and everything. You can do it. But but of course, like Enterprise, you cannot do NCC 1701. Cannot do it. Adding a letter to it does not work. I've tried that. But I mean, you can get creative however you want. Also, when you get a ship in the game, it usually comes with a generic, just made up registration number and name for it. You don't have to sit there and change it if you don't want to. If you like it, whatever. There have been a couple ships I have like that, but I know I've made the USS Pioneer on one that is actually the USS Pioneer NCC 1500. But yeah, just fucking cool. I mean, so many options in this game, and then uniforms. Let's get into uniforms for a minute. If you don't know the exact color to put on a uniform, call John. No, you can look it up online. A lot of people have. A lot of people have.
He's not wrong, but fuck. God damn it! I'm too busy for this shit.
I'm gonna call in like 2 days. I've done 500 uniform codes today, you son of a bitch.
I am going to kick your ass.
You can look these up online. Look up, type in whatever uniform you're going with, like the Wrath of Khan. Type in Star Trek Online, WOK, uniform code. And there are people that have put their uniform codes, what colors they're using, so you can, if you're confused about it, there. Because in the game, they don't make the uniforms exact. They don't look exact. They look a little off. And
so, in my defense, I had to figure it out through a shitload of trial and error, to be quite honest with you. A lot of trial and error, a lot of looking at uniforms that I actually have, and just so say you have a uniform that's in the game, and you want to try to get the colors right. Just look at the uniform you have, and you'll more than likely land on the right colors.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of the help I got was from my actual Wrath of Khan badge, which I still don't know where the fuck it ended up. It's in a box. I'm guessing it's in a box somewhere. But a lot of my help, like for that specific uniform, I got from looking at reference images, looking at my actual little badge that I have, so on and so forth.
And if you ever switch between uniforms a lot, or like you like a certain uniform, but there's so much that goes into it, you can do what I did. Here's my notes app for the color codes for the Wrath of Khan uniform.
Which all came from me, might I add.
Yeah. Except for like a couple of them. Like I did the Special Forces uniform for one of them. And like the Sciences one, I had to figure those out myself, and just kind of, again, looking at reference photos and things like that, you can get very creative.
I was about to say, that's another thing I wanted to touch on real quick as far as uniforms go. Is like, say your character is based on like a character that you have, and I hate saying this, based on a character that you have fanfics about, right?
He makes it sound bad, but it's not like that.
I do make it sound horrible. Because I feel like a lot of fanfic writers have given us a bad name.
Yeah, they have. Okay, so John wrote stories about a USS Firefly in the Star Trek world. Okay,
and I have that.
These are like 6 stories. Now, however, his Officer Haley is pretty hot, and again, if you go back to those earlier episodes, you'll see why I'm always hitting on Haley.
Exactly.
And how we got the name Task Force HR.
However, my Klingon character is technically a Starfleet Marine, which is not necessarily a canon thing. It hasn't been canon for probably quite a while, at least as far as, because I mean, with Enterprise you had the Makos, and that's kind of what they're going for. It's just a more specialized unit for like security forces and so on and so forth. But their color is green, so I had to get creative and figure out what fucking green looks best on that uniform. There's also a couple other different characters where I have certain characters in that beautiful ass fucking Monster Maroon uniform that are technically I guess headcanon section 31. And so what I did for that was I made the collar and the stripe and whatever, I made those black because that made the most sense.
Which is funny because they're actually, I looked it up, the Special Forces are actually a very light blue in the Wrath of Khan era. The only difference between them and, okay, so we get one scene, I believe it's in the Undiscovered Country. It's right after the assassination. We get to see 2 guys cleaning up the conference room. And they're wearing all black Wrath of Khan uniforms with the blue stripe. Those guys are not Special Forces. Those are just janitors, more or less, in that era.
The light blue he's talking about for the Special Forces actually popped up in his least favorite movie, which this is why he probably forgot about this. They pop up in Star Trek V, where there's an all tan variant, almost like you'd see like the British cops, like they wear that sweater over their thing that has the weird, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's almost
basically
like that.
They use the excursion jacket from the motion picture for it.
But they have like a light blue, almost purple, undershirt and stripe on their uniforms.
And again, for my Special Forces guys, I didn't do the tan. I just went with the regular Wrath of Khan uniform, but put them in that blue. I found that blue. It took me a lot of trial and error to get it because I wanted the Special Forces character. Because another thing with the lifetime subscription, okay, so at the end of the game, you'll have Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, guys.
I don't know what he's talking about because I don't have the lifetime subscription.
I have no idea. Like I said, the last time I played was the last video we recorded, so I don't
Yeah,
have a lot of opinions on the game because I haven't played it enough.
right.
I do know, however, I would like to point out that this is actually not the only Star Trek game that you can play.
No, it's not. There's plenty of others out there. Which I think we're saving for topics for future episodes, so we have content to keep going.
Well, yeah, no, I'm just saying that because the mobile one that's on phones, they just recently released to PC.
Yeah, which I think I have.
Command.
Fleet Command, yeah, they've had Fleet Command on PC for the last few years now. At least the last like 3 or 4 years. It
might just be that they're releasing new content for it. Then
that's probably more like because I know I played it on PC, like 3 or 4 years ago. But I mean it's good, but it's I don't know. I don't have strong feelings either way about it. So, yeah, that's kind of just where I'm at on that one. There's like I want to say there's like 2 mainstream Star Trek games like on mobile. That's Fleet Command, and I think the other one is called Timelines.
I think so, yeah.
That sounds right. Fuck, I don't know, man. But yeah, no, there's plenty of other Star Trek games out there. Just to name a few, there's not that we're going to be talking about them, but just to name a few, just to kind of fill in space here till he gets back. There's like Elite Force 1 and 2. Those games are pretty fun. There's Star Trek Legacy. There's a few old DOS games that that I brought up on Nerdstown. That are point and click adventures and are actually like super fucking fun. I did not expect to have that much fun with them, but there's been a slew of Star Trek games over the years.
Yeah.
I think I've played most of them. I don't know if I have most of them currently, but I do have quite a bit. So, but I mean, out of them all, I mean, Star Trek Online for me, anyway, is one of the more entertaining, one of the more fun ones, in my opinion.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. For what I have played, it has been a very enjoyable experience, and I do recommend it, regardless of whether you go the free to play or the pay route.
Right.
Now, see, for me personally, the reason that I don't do the pay route is because I tend to get a little too absorbed in that thing. And that's just me. Because I've done it with multiple other games where I tell myself, "Oh, I'm only going to get this one thing. I don't need everything. I'm only going to get this," and I end up racking up more and more and more, I did with Warframe.
Right.
Warframe, when I first started playing, I was like, "I'm only going to do the free to play. It's just for fun. I'm not doing anything like that." 6 months later, I was $600 in.
Right.
I had spent $600 on this game.
I've kind of had to limit myself to where, like, I only spend money on it if I have money to spend, or like if I want something, I'll just go ahead and save up for it, and I'll just get it when it's available. Or like every now and again, very, very rarely do I ever impulse buy on Star Trek Online. Like my 10th anniversary bundle that comes with all my cheaty bullshit, that was absolutely an impulse buy. I was like, fuck it, I want this shit. And it's only available for like 1 or 2 months out of the year. And I happen to have enough money for it, so I'm like, fuck it, let's do it.
And that's perfectly fine. If you
Yeah.
have the money to spend and you want to do it, by all means. But it's
Yeah.
not required to enjoy the game.
No,
You can
absolutely
play, like Chris
not.
and John both said, you can play through this whole game without spending a single dollar and still have just as much fun. And
Yeah.
personally, for me, I kind of enjoy the fact of it being a little bit more challenging because you don't have all that cheaty bullshit. You have to think. It really makes you think.
Mm-hmm.
You got to plan. You got to strategize. How am
Yeah.
I going to do this? And for me, it almost extends the experience because you've got more time that you have to go back and try and grind to get all this stuff so that you can get your ship better.
Sure.
It extends the experience because you're getting to enjoy more of it. You go through the same missions 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're going to start to learn them, but you're still getting that enjoyment out of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and another thing with that, and it doesn't provide that much more, I guess, but being an MMORPG, there are some different options you can take and some optional objectives that you can complete that kind of change some certain stuff. It doesn't change like really the outcome of the game, but it's just like, oh, on this multiple playthrough, how would I choose this option instead of this one? Like, I can decide to be an asshole instead of
yeah.
It doesn't change the overall outcome or anything, but it's just kind of interesting to see like
nice
the different
paths you can take.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're not specifically locked into, okay, you have to be the good guy. You can go off and say, no, fuck you, I'm not going to do it.
Right.
You can pick the dialogue option that makes you sound like the jackass.
Yeah. But like, and
which
as I brought up earlier, as somebody who did play on free to play for the longest time, I want to say I was playing free to play for, I want to say, like 6 or 7 years. I don't think I even purchased anything. No, I did buy one ship when it came out on console. I bought one ship and that was it. And I think I got a uniform because I was a PlayStation Plus member anyway, at the time. But yeah, I bought the Nebula class ship and I had the Wrath of Khan uniform, which I admittedly did not use up until probably recently. But
that's because it's the Wrath of Khan. It's not like you're really missing anything.
Well, I love that uniform. Like, I didn't use it until recently, just because I didn't really have a reason to.
Oh no, I meant the movie, but yeah, the uniforms are cool too.
Well, you know what? Fuck you. But yeah, no, as somebody who did do the free to play for a long time, you can definitely play this game over and over again. And especially on a free to play, it'll be different each time because you have to use different strategies. And I think like with free to play, if I'm not mistaken, at each rank up, like when you level up like 10 levels or some bullshit, you get a choice of several different ships that you can build and customize and strategize to your liking. And the same goes with character creation. It's not going to be the same game every time you play it.
Yeah.
Most of the story bits and whatnot are going to be the same throughout. But I was about to say how you strategize and what you do kind of depends on what kind of character you build up and what kind of ship you're running. I think the only ship you don't really get a choice in is your very first ship, which is the Miranda class. You don't get a choice on that one.
No,
that's everybody's first ship. Yeah.
It's your starter ship. It's your starter gear, like in every other MMO.
Exactly.
It's meant to give you your start to get you into the game. Now you can keep it and you can upgrade it, and I won't say
to a point.
Outclass.
To a point. There is a certain point where your previous ship will be utterly fucking useless.
Yeah. But it'll get you a decent way through for a little bit.
Right. At least until you get once you get to level 10, I would recommend upgrading your ship at that point and transferring everything over. Consoles, officers, things like that.
Your Miranda class and just forgetting it exists.
Well, if you're on free, you don't have to worry about dry docking anything. Because you get one free ship per level, and you have a certain number of ship slots that you're never going to fill if you're just playing on free anyway. Like, I still have my very first character that I started playing on PC, because the account's been the same for, gosh, I want to say like 12 years at this point. And I didn't give him any of the paid stuff up until maybe 6 months ago is when I finally started to update him.
Damn. Just dissing your first character like that?
Well,
Fuck you will stay.
Well, here's the thing. I did not actually play on that character until 6 months ago. Up until 6 months ago, like, whenever I started playing on him, because I think I started a few new characters after him, and I think I just ran with those for the longest time. And I think I stopped his run through wherever the story was at that point in time. It might have been during the Gamma Quadrant stuff that came out a few years ago.
Oh my gosh, and that's like halfway through today's story.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close to towards where we are now.
I will say though, I am curious though, with them leaking the Starfleet Academy stuff now. I'm curious if we're going to get another time jump that takes us to the 32nd century. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Well,
personally,
here's another interesting thing. They just released their 16th anniversary bundle, which is an Enterprise era bundle. So you get a couple of the Enterprise era ships. Like, I think there's an Andorian ship, a Vulcan ship, and 2 Starfleet ships. The Jupiter class, which is kind of a funky looking one, and the Neptune class, which is that triangle shaped one you see.
Yeah.
And then the Jupiter class is the other one with the weird looking bullshit. You know what I'm talking about. I just can't describe it.
Yeah.
So it comes with those 2 and a Vulcan and Andorian ship. And it comes with exclusive Enterprise era gear, like the spacesuit and whatnot. So, the EVA suit, whatever you want to fucking call it.
Chris is trying to figure out if he has enough money to get it now.
No, I don't. I was looking at the Jupiter class. But the problem is, the one that wants to give me is not the Enterprise era.
No. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Star Trek. Maybe it's not the Jupiter class.
No, because I even put in Star Trek Enterprise, and that's what I'm getting.
Yeah. It's... Fuck, what is that ship called? Hold on, let me find it. I can...
For those of you wondering, here's the Neptune class.
That's the Neptune class. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this ship called?
So they celebrate the Star Trek Online 16th Anniversary Bundle, or
Intrepid.
Starship Bundle.
It's the original Intrepid class. Look up Enterprise era Intrepid class.
See, what does the bundle offer us?
Okay, yeah, that funky looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically the NXL-1, except for they inverse the nacelles.
And they shortened it up quite a bit.
Yeah. See, but like this image right here, this image of it right here,
Yeah.
that makes it look like every kid from the 1950s drawing of a starship.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna shift here, it's gonna have lasers on top of it.
Okay, so yeah, the 16th anniversary bundle, which I think has just released on PC. Yeah, it comes with the Neptune class, the Andorian Kumari Pilot Light Battle Cruiser, which is the Andorian ship you see in Enterprise.
Yeah.
It comes with the Intrepid class, and a Vulcan Surak class ship.
A destroyer at that.
There you go, guys. That's the picture of the bundle, and there are the 4 ships.
It also includes the Mako rifle and the Mako pistol. It'll come with say you have the NX. Say you have the NX Tier 6. It'll come with a new skin for that.
The Drexler visual variant for that.
It'll come with the Enterprise EV suit. Which I think is just my favorite part. Is fucking cool.
At these suits and remembering watching the Enterprise show and going, I guarantee you those are heavy as fuck, but I would love to wear them.
I would imagine like the chest piece and the helmet, would be super ass heavy.
But you know what's funny though is like, okay, having never watched Star Trek Enterprise really until this past year, I'm really paying attention to it. Those EV suits though, tell me they don't look like the beginning of like what the Halo Spartans like right before we get to the Spartan uniform. That's what they would have worn in a Halo universe.
Not really.
Not for the Spartans. I could see it for like the ODSTs, maybe.
The ODSTs, maybe the Marines.
Yeah.
Maybe like a Marine EV suit kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe a Marine EV suit. But the Spartans' armor was specifically crafted to them.
Yeah, I mean, if you look up like
if you're going into Halo, you're talking to the right guy for that.
Oh, I know. But I'm just saying, like, again, because it looks like it very much looks like how we get to the original series EV suit, and then, but I'm just saying, like, that helmet looks like an offshoot, or like the beginning phases of what Master Chief's helmet eventually becomes.
Well, interestingly, on that, well, hold on.
Like very much beforehand, like very much beforehand.
So for you folks here, and for you two, I'm gonna put in an image of what the Master Chief's armor originally looked like.
Yeah.
Before anything was solidified as far as Halo goes. That is what his armor looked like, so I can kind of see where Chris is coming from on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Especially with that image. But like what I'm talking about is like not like even concept art, but like, okay, that uniform, looks like, okay, Master Chief is from what era in time?
26th century.
26th century. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so the Enterprise uniform, EV suit, would look like the 21st century version that becomes the 26th century version of the Halo armor. Like a very, very predated predecessor. But the beginnings are there. That's what I'm saying.
Which, and if you squint, if you, I will give there are a small bit of possible similarities to it, but you have to also understand the fact of the Master Chief's armor. There was there was not really a lot of iterations before it got to
Right.
Mesh.
Right. I mean, I know we're talking two different universes anyways. I'm just saying, like, they look slightly like there are small similarities to, you know.
Like I said earlier, I
imagine
can totally
that-
see where he's coming from on that point.
Yeah,
Because that image of that armor was when Halo Combat Evolved was still an RTS game. Before it became a first person shooter, when it was still named like Monkey Nuts or something like that. Bungie actually called it Monkey Nuts before they even thought about calling it Halo. When it was still in development.
And don't get me wrong, I fully agree with him. I can see it to a certain extent. It's
Right.
just I don't see it as a Spartan armor. I see it more as
Right.
ODST armor.
Which, that's totally understandable. At least until you get to like that Orion variant that I showed earlier. Then the similarities are a little bit more
Yeah. They're a little bit
copacetic.
more meshed together.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's what that bundle comes with, because we're getting way the fuck off topic here.
Well, you didn't even finish it. It comes with consumables too.
It does come with consumables. It comes with ship upgrade tokens, ship slots, tech upgrades, master keys. And
You can
most
even get a
most of
cross-faction
the
flag.
anniversary bundles, at least for the last like 2-3 years, all come with the cross faction flying unlock for the account.
I would like to make one adjustment to what you said before. It is not the Mako rifle. You get it's an Andorian split beam plasma rifle. The Mako
Shit,
pistol
you're
is
right.
what you get.
Yeah, okay. No, you're right. No, that's my bad. I didn't read it. I just looked at it and it
I mean,
looked similar enough.
Yeah.
You
doesn't-
can get
I-
the
I
Mako
did too.
rifle, though. Not in this
Yeah, you
bundle,
can get-
but you absolutely can get it. I think it's in the low-buy store, I want to say.
I was gonna say, I'm fairly certain it is. I've seen it in there once or twice when I was still
I
playing.
think I've gotten it at least once. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
last
I'd have
time
to
I
boot it up and
played,
go through all my
I bought was,
characters.
last time I played, all I bought was what was that? The Klingon's pistol,
Mm-hmm.
the disruptor.
Yeah. But-
Personally, and this is just my opinion. It's because of all of the Star Trek weapons that we see.
Mm-hmm.
The Klingon disruptor is the only one that looks like an actual fucking ray gun.
And I mean, the
And not a
design
remote
for the
that somebody
Klingon
just picked up
disruptor
and
hasn't
slapped a handle on it.
changed much. It changed a little bit from like original series to the TOS movies, but that disruptor design, ever since the original series movies, it has not changed much up until maybe like the last few years, like when Discovery and whatnot started coming out.
Because it works. Because it looks good. Because it doesn't look like somebody took a TV remote, slapped a handle on it, and said, "Here, this is a ray gun."
Well, I was about to say, and not to mention that Klingon uniforms didn't change much all the way from the motion picture up until like the last days of Voyager Deep Space Nine. If you think about it.
Then you get to Discovery, and they change the uniform and the Klingon.
Mm-hmm. Which then you get to Strange
nothing
New
changed.
Worlds, and they change them right back because they knew how wrong they were.
Yeah.
Um,
I will say that is one thing that I did. I've actually managed to get almost all the way through season 1 of Starfleet Academy now. I've actually sat down and I've watched it, and I will say that is one thing that I do kind of enjoy about it.
I think
they
I've got-
brought over Reno and Tilly from Discovery.
Oh, those episodes were awesome. Those were two of my favorite episodes. I still think my favorite episode is the Deep Space Nine episode. If you know, you know.
With the Cisco.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good old, yeah. But
Sorry, I missed all of that. I have no idea what we're talking about. So.
that's good because we
I
were
did-
talking about Starfleet Academy and shit you haven't seen yet. So watch the damn show, asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. Even Even I've watched it at this point, Chris.
See, Carter's caught up with you now, and now.
To be fair, life sucks right now.
That's fair.
To be fair, life sucks for you always. Get over it.
Anyway, so the 16th anniversary bundle just came out on PC, like maybe, I think sometime this week it came out. So it'll be released for console players next month.
Yeah, and that's another thing about Star Trek Online. If you want to play it, if you have the ability to play it on PC, you'll get everything first. So play it on PC. But if you don't, look, don't have a PC friend telling you about Star Trek Online because you're going to go looking for the shit and you're not going to have it and you're going to get pissed off. This happened plenty of times with me and John. John be like, "Ooh, this thing dropped and this thing updated." I'm like, "Oh, cool, what's that?" He goes, "Oh, it's on PC." Well, fuck you then, because we get it a month later.
Yeah, I have Star Trek Online on
lame.
all three platforms. I have it on PC, I have it on Xbox, and I have it on PlayStation.
And
I don't think I have it installed on Xbox anymore. I think I finally deleted it off my hard drive because I just don't ever play it anymore.
I know that, we are getting a PC soon-ish, or we're trying to. So I know I'll be getting it on PC when I get it. But, it is... it's crazy, like I said, I can't stop talking about how good this game is, personally, just because all of the references that you get in the game, too, because, again, the game takes place in the 25th century. Okay? At this point in time, as far as the game is concerned, Picard is an admiral and retired. You don't get to talk to Picard. You don't talk about Picard. Picard's not there.
So, actually, thanks to Picard, Star Trek Online is no longer really semi-canon. It is more considered beta canon because timeline bullshit.
Yeah. But, you get characters like Captain Geordi LaForge. Admiral Janeway, you deal with Admiral Janeway a lot. You get Captain Nog. And a lot of the hero characters, a lot of the characters from the shows, they are voiced by their actual voice, their actual actors. Albeit for Scotty. Because you do have missions with Scotty. Scotty is not, of course, not voiced by Chris Doohan by James Doohan because he passed by that time. By the time the game came out, he was gone 5 years when the game released. But his son Chris Doohan, who has taken up the role of Scotty in Star Trek Continues, comes in to voice Scotty. So we still get the voice that we know and love, but it's off a little bit, and that's because it's his son. Walter Koenig came back to play Chekhov. Kirk, Spock, they all have voices and voice lines in the game
that are all from archive.
Janeway's voiced by Nog voiced by Anne Eisenberg, which is really cool. Odo voiced by Renee Avanzois, which for those two is really cool because both of those guys have now passed on, and you still get to hear their voices. It's one of the reasons I also love playing DC Universe Online, because DC Universe Online, the Batman in that game is voiced by Kevin Conroy.
By our Lord and Savior, Kevin Conroy.
Absolutely. So, if you ever miss the voice of Kevin Conroy and want to hear it again, go play DC Universe Online. Again, free to play, and do a tech hero, because that way Batman will be your caretaker on that game, and you'll get to hear Kevin Conroy in your ear all the time. But you get to
Batman TV shows,
right?
And everything else that Kevin Conroy has done as Batman over the years. Play the Arkham games, for God's sakes. You get plenty of Kevin Conroy.
Batman game in the last 10 years, and you can hear Kevin Conroy's voice, and you don't have to get anywhere near DC Online.
Pretty much.
And still be happy with your life.
But you get to listen to their voices. You get to hear them again, see them again. You go to Deep Space Nine. You go to Quark's Bar. You can walk around. You can play games at Quark's Bar. You can do have fun on Deep Space Nine like they did in the show. It's really cool. But if you go to the office on Deep Space Nine, now of course again 25th century, Cisco's not there. Okay, Cisco's with the, still with the Prophets. But if you go to the commander's office there on Deep Space Nine, that baseball is still sitting on the desk. Cisco's baseball is still sitting there, and it's really cool to see. Yeah, I love that little addition there. And then, of course, getting to see some of our characters that we've known for such a long time. You get to see Captain Harry Kim, the Forever Ensign. You get to see him as a captain in this game.
Captain Kim, you get Captain Dax, Captain Ezri Dax.
Captain Dax, yeah. Ezri Dax, who is in command of the Defiant.
No. She is in command of the USS Aventine.
That's right.
You get Captain Kira, who is finally transferred over to full Starfleet, which is awesome. You get Martok, you get Worf, you get you get Wes and Dr. Crusher in a very different sense, not in the way that you'd expect them. I'm not going to spoil it for people who haven't played the game.
Yeah.
But let's see, who are some others? Again,
Captain LaForge, Joey LaForge.
Fun fact, in the tutorial mission for main Starfleet, not the wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff, but in the tutorial mission for the main Starfleet, you get Zachary fucking Quinto.
Yes.
He plays an emergency medical hologram.
And also, you get, and then throughout the game, okay, as you first play the game and you go to different systems, if you ever just, take the time to just fly around space and go to the different sectors, each time you reach a new sector, you'll hear Leonard Nimoy's voice, Spock, telling you about that sector.
If you're in the
things
Beta
like
Quadrant.
that.
If you go to the Alpha Quadrant, where all the Deep Space Nine stuff is, it's all a character called Kumarke, who is voiced by one of the other actors in Star Trek Continues.
Mm-hmm.
Or actress, I should say.
The most important character though that we get to see.
Who, Kumarke? Oh yeah.
No, you're missing the most important character we get to see.
Don't you fucking dare!
Don't you bring that bitch up!
Don't you
with this, you son of a bitch.
Dare mention her name!
I'm confused on who you guys are talking about.
I don't know, but I don't like where you're going with this.
Yeah. You have a track record, sir.
But I mean, you've already stated it. Going to Deep Space Nine, going into Quark's Bar, you missed the most important part of Quark's Bar.
Okay, not where I thought that was going. He's talking about, of course, Morn!
Morn,
yes.
You missed the most important character of going.
Okay, not where I thought he was going with that, but I kind of forget that he hasn't encountered that character yet.
That's right, because we haven't done.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has not gotten this disdain for this character that you and I both have.
What is this character? I have to know now.
Okay, let's get into it, John. We have to. All right.
Fucking Sela. God damn it.
All right.
Oh, Sela. Yes, I have met her.
Fuck that bitch.
Like, of all the villains in Star Trek Online, I'm cool with most of them, but Sela is the bitch that just won't quit. Like, how you're playing a video game and you there's that one character. There's always one character in every story mode of a video game that you just want to fucking kill, right? And you don't get the option to do so, and every time you think they fucked off finally, you get a few missions without them and then they come right fucking back. Yeah, that's Sela.
Sela is the character we left off on.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and the last
you've only gotten a mild taste there, buddy boy.
We were dealing with Sela.
Yeah, you've only gotten a mild taste there, buddy boy. Just
okay,
wait until you
no,
get further on in the story, and yeah, you'll have the same kind of disdain that we have for her. It's ridiculous.
Yes, okay, for those of you who play GTA, for those of you who play GTA 5, you know Lamar Davis and how most of us just wanted to, we got to the end of the game and it's like, kill this guy, kill this guy, kill this guy. And we're thinking, ooh, is Lamar one of those options? And Lamar's not one of those options. We have to look him up. Well, that's Sela. Okay, that's Sela for Star Trek Online.
Having
It's-
not played the base game of GTA 5, whatever. But
Lamar's
But
fucking
Lamar is such a good character.
Lamar's fucking annoying. That dude got more and more annoying as the game went on, and then they added him into GTA Online, and he got worse. I'm like, how
well, I
the
think I
fuck?
saw a video. I want to say like maybe a couple months ago, where originally when you booted up
Mhm.
GTA Online, like Lamar met you at the airport, and that's how you got your story started.
Yes, for online.
And if you
For
were a
online,
female
that's how you
character, he was trying to fuck you.
Yes.
If I
Yes,
remember
so
right. If I remember the video
that
I
was
saw
the-
right.
Yes, that was the original in 2013 when the game launched, all the way up until I think the Diamond Casino update in 2016, 2017. That was how. So you'd fly in, you'd be on a plane, and then you'd see some street racing going along the fucking coast, down by Vespucci Beach and everything, and fly to LAX, and then he'd be waiting for you. And that's where you got started. And he'd take you. You had to talk to him for like your first 5 missions on GTA Online, and it just fucking sucked.
And like I said, if you were a female character, he was trying to get in your pants.
Yes.
If I'm remembering the little cutscene I saw correctly from that video.
It was
Cringeworthy? Stupid?
those were a good start, but not enough.
But yeah,
Sela,
going back to Sela, she's just... And
so, for those of you that don't know, Sela, of course, is the daughter of Natasha Yar from Enterprise.
Here's the
For
thing.
TNG.
Denise Crosby played her role perfectly. This is not hating on Denise Crosby whatsoever. Because it is awesome that she was even available to do this, to be quite honest with you. But her character sucks ass.
Yeah. Like, in all honesty, the only reason I don't hate Denise Crosby is because of Natasha Yar. Okay, Natasha Yar saves her from the bitch that is Sela. Okay, but... Otherwise, Denise Crosby would go down in my mind the same way fucking Draco Malfoy. Fuck, whatever his name is.
Tom Felton?
Tom Felton, yeah. Otherwise, Denise Crosby would go down in my mind the same way Tom Felton has, as a fucking outward dick that I just want to punch in the fucking face.
And what's funny is Tom Felton is a really, really sweet guy. Like,
most characters that are out, we've had this conversation before. You think about the worst people in movies. Like, look at the Back to the Future franchise. Biff fucking Tannen, Buford, Mad Dog Tannen, Griff. They just want to fucking punch. You just want to fucking punch Tom Wilson in the fucking face when you see him because of that character. But when you meet Tom Wilson, you're getting the most genuine, loving, kind person in the entire fucking world. But you just forget.
And if memory serves, like, it's the same with Jeffrey Combs, too.
Yes, and I cannot wait to meet that man so I can just tell him, fuck you for Reagan, but I really love you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Sela is just one of those. Yeah, yeah. I don't think anything else needs to be said in Sela because, frankly, I've got a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm just saying her name that much.
Without a character though, I would say the game would be quite boring. Because a great Star Trek run, a great Star Trek storyline, you have to have that one villain that just pisses you the fuck off, or it's really not worth it. I mean, again, the original series had the Klingons, Enterprise had the Xindi, TNG had the Borg, and it can go on. I can go on, but Silo really makes that game worth it, honestly, because all the options that it gives you, and another fun thing about this game is it's geared kind of like Until Dawn, where you have to make certain choices in the game, and that gives you certain outcomes. And once you make those choices, now you could go back and redo the mission and do a different choice. And it doesn't necessarily affect the gameplay, but it affects the game moment.
Which I think while you were gone, I think Carter and I were talking about this earlier.
Yeah,
you can pick certain dialogue options that don't necessarily change the entire outcome of whatever mission you're on. Sometimes there are a couple where it does, but I think those are optional story missions now. Where like if you mess up a line of dialogue, you have to go back and start the entire mission over. You get a mission failure from a dialogue option. But other than that, it does kind of change some of the dialogue that people like respond to you with in that moment, but doesn't really change the overall outcome.
Yeah, but the amount of choices that you have when you talk to Sela, and my first playthrough, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be fucking cordial, I'm gonna be fucking diplomatic when I talk to Sela, and then by the time we got to it in my second playthrough, I was like,
fuck this bitch.
Fuck you. Fuck you again. My choices, the absolute definite fuck you answers that the game gives you without saying fuck
anybody in the remnants of the Romulan Star Empire is just a fucking jackass.
I mean, honestly, and this game has given me, throughout the Star Trek in its entirety, I've always wondered how the Romulans and Vulcans could come from the same fucking species, pretty much. Where they could be cousins of each other. When the Vulcans are on one fucking side of the spectrum, and on the other fucking side is the Romulans. Two polar opposites. You're like, how the fuck are you guys even remotely related to each other?
How are you guys related?
And that game just furthers that. The game just furthers that want to ask that fucking question and get some... Pull Gene Roddenberry back from his fucking grave to get a direct answer out of the horse's mouth.
Right.
But then again, I mean, if we pull Gene Roddenberry out of the grave and show him Star Trek Online, he'd probably hate it. So there's that.
I don't think that would be a good idea because I'm fairly certain necromancy is outlawed in most countries.
Well, that and he's mostly dust because he's still floating in space and ashes.
Fair point.
Kind of like your...
If he's even still up there, Jesus.
Could be halfway to Alpha Centauri by this time.
This is City Alpha 5. Oh shit.
Maybe he's following the manhole that they shot into space back in the 40s. Or was it the 50s?
I don't know.
When did they shoot the fucking... I can't remember now. I gotta figure this out. 1957.
Yeah.
He's probably out there following behind the manhole cover. For a bit of context for those of you that don't know, in August of 1957, the United States was testing nuclear weapons and actually managed to eject a manhole cover that was 900 kilograms into space. It accelerated at 125,000 miles per hour.
Yeah, I think I've heard about that. Come to think of it, I think I heard about that.
Yeah, it's Operation. It's called Operation Palumbob.
Weirdest fucking name.
It was never meant to actually happen. They were testing an underground nuclear weapon, but the pressure was so intense it blew this manhole cover straight into the stratosphere and just kept fucking going.
That is greatness.
To this day, nobody has been able to say whether or not it actually made it through the atmosphere or if it just disintegrated.
I'm watching the Voyager probes program. Oh, cool. What are you looking for? Planets. We're looking for planets. It says here we're looking for planets.
Space porn. Space porn. That's what we're looking for.
We are looking for a 900 kilogram steel manhole cover.
Could you imagine? Let's go back to 57. Could you imagine a fucking alien species just flying by Earth at that point in time? What the fuck was that?
The fuck is that?
So for a little bit of context, for those of you that don't use the metric system because we won the war, 900 kilograms is actually close to about 2,000 pounds.
Jesus.
Now imagine this. That manhole cover launched at 125,000 miles an hour. 2,000 pounds literally blasting out of the ground. And to this day, scientists still cannot prove whether or not it actually managed to break Earth's atmosphere.
If ever there was a time machine built, I think I would go back in time to figure that fucking question out.
Yeah.
Like, how would you use a time machine? In all honesty, I would use a time machine to go back and, find out the answers to the weirdest fucking shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And now, not only are we in the HR office, we're now in the office of, Department of, fuck, now I can't remember what it's called. Temporal Investigations.
Temporal Investigations? Oh, fuck, Daniel's about to come out and talk to us, isn't he?
Probably.
You guys are messing with shit you shouldn't be messing with. I just want to know if the manhole cover made it to space. You need to go home. I just want to know if the manhole cover made it to space.
So, I just looked this up and I want to share this fact. Considering the velocity and the speed that this manhole cover had, the thought that it might have reached space is not that far off. According to the math conducted by Dr. Brownlee, the manhole cover is estimated to have left the ground at over 37 miles per second. Not per hour, per second. Coming out to a whopping speed of 130,000 miles per hour. Dr. Brownlee described the groundbreaking speed as more than 5 times the escape velocity of the planet. So it is entirely possible that in 1957, before the space mission ever happened, the United States sent a manhole cover into space.
So fuck you, Russia! We need you to space!
Can you imagine if it was still in orbit and all of a sudden decided to come crashing down one day?
I don't think it would survive re-entry.
Maybe that was a meteor that hit Ohio.
No, that was God's punishment for Ohio.
Comes down in little molten globlets and just shotguns an area.
The meteor hitting Ohio was the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh dear God.
Shit.
Just instead of sodomy, it was with, farm animals.
Yeah, that makes that tracks.
Whatever the fuck Ohio's doing out there.
Yeah, it's Ohio. John
Oh
edits
my
video
God.
goes to see comments later on. Oh look, there's a lot of people here angry about this.
Yeah.
So, 2 captains, 1 pod got big. Cool, awesome. We're also being sued. Oh, by who?
The state of Ohio.
The entire state of Ohio.
The state of Ohio and the United States of America.
Yeah, that tracks.
Does this mean we're gonna have to go to Ohio to appear in court? I'm not going. You couldn't pay me to step foot in Ohio.
Oh, lordy.
That's not true. I've driven through Ohio once. Won't do it again.
That doesn't mean you stepped foot in Ohio.
That's true. That's true, because we
You
just
stepped
stopped.
higher into Ohio.
Right. And the windows were up too, because I had AC in my car at that point in time.
Unless you got out of the car, you never technically stepped foot in Ohio.
No, because we stopped right on the fucking other side of the border. Shit, you hit the gas. We just got out of Ohio.
Yeah, that tracks. Oh, that makes way too much sense.
Another piece to this. I'm reading an article about the manhole cover at this point, and it's just hysterical. Another piece to this that I'm reading now. That's got me cackling over here. The title of this section is "Where is the infamous manhole cover today?" And this is how the paragraph starts. Scientists speculated whether the manhole cover would show up somewhere on the ground eventually, but over a half a century later, the concrete cap is still missing. Dr. Brownlee himself has publicly confessed in interviews that he has no idea what actually happened to the manhole cover, but he assumes the metal must have disintegrated before reaching space. Although, with his calculations, he also said it would not be impossible that the manhole cover launched into space, so who really knows? That's the whole paragraph. That's how it ends. Who really knows?
Yeah.
I want the math done. Somebody get Neil deGrasse Tyson on the phone. I want the math done that if the manhole cover had made it to space, where the fuck it would have gone?
There's no.
Is there a
That's the problem.
possibility?
That's the problem. There's no way to know where it went. Because the second that it escaped Earth's atmosphere and it hit space, it was still traveling. It didn't lose its momentum.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, would it be possible that it eventually might have reached the fucking moon or fucking another planet out there?
No, because we don't know which direction it went off.
Okay.
All they know is it blew off into the sky. They don't know which direction it went when it blew off into the sky. In 1957, we did not have the technology to track where it left Earth's atmosphere.
I think it'd be funny though. These newer expeditions going to the moon, they find a fucking manhole cover on the moon.
Well, I mean, you could do it. You could calculate the rate of everything's orbit. You could trace everything back to that day, find out where geologically it was shot from, and figure out which direction it went in.
Yeah,
it is possible to figure out where it would have gone had it continued into space.
It is straight line up.
Yeah, it is theoretically possible to figure out where the fuck it would have gone.
Somewhere in Nevada, but I don't remember exactly where.
Yeah, you could. I was about to say probably using math or some other nerdy bullshit. You could trace the rotation or the orbits of each planet back to that day to figure out what direction it fucking went off in, and what time that the test was conducted, and figure out where the fuck it would have gone had it if it actually reached space, which we don't know if it did or not.
So I'd like to point out that the entire time that I've been talking about Dr. Brownlee, this is the guy that built the manhole cover, by the way.
That tracks. He was like, well, shit. Fuck
Also,
us.
I'd like to rebrand this from 2 captains, 1 pod to 2 captains, 1 pod, 1 lieutenant, 1 manhole cover.
That's it, Carter. That's going on your shirt.
So they did 2 different tests. The first one was called Pascal A, and they used they had a 400-foot hole dug, and it blew up that one too. It blew up that concrete cap, but it just exploded that one. The second one, Pascal B, is where it launched it into space.
Again, theoretically, it reached space, and theoretically, it could have hit an alien ship just passing by, and that's why we haven't been visited by aliens yet. Stop!
Oh no. Yeah. Pascal B was the one that got launched into space.
When was that manhole cover launched?
57.
57?
August of 1957.
Okay, well, maybe that's the reason Mars doesn't have any life. Because we never took any up-close images of it till 65.
Extinction level event was the manhole
Exactly. Exactly. We launched a fucking manhole cover at Mars, and it hit it so hard that that all life was exterminated on Mars. That's my conspiracy theory of the week, gentlemen.
Regretting you, I've seen it, right?
Yeah, well, I've seen it. Hold up. Isn't there another theory that in later 57, I think it was like October 57, is when another crash happened near Roswell, and those are supposedly the alien bodies taken to Area 51? So the Martians got hit with the extinction event, the last 2 survivors.
That was in 47.
I know
you're
it was
about 10 years.
Get your shoes off your pants, Ed.
Get the fuck out of here.
No. I do what I want. I do.
They don't give a date for this supposed second crash.
I know there was like another crash that happened in the 50s. I don't know if it was Roswell, but I know there was another crash that happened in the late 50s.
Some researchers have looked into other incidents, such as the 1948 Aztec, New Mexico incident, sometimes referred to as another Roswell, or a separate crash which was later deemed a hoax.
I'm thinking of the hoax one then.
Just because it was deemed a hoax doesn't mean it was.
That's true.
Or maybe that's or maybe because of Roswell, they figured out these people were from Mars, so they decided to shoot a manhole cover at Mars and cover the whole thing up. There was life on Mars in the first place. Because the government's shady like that. There's my conspiracy theory for the week, gentlemen.
Ugh. 2 captains, 1 big ass conspiracy theory.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, if you want to do conspiracy theories, I got you there all day, every day.
Polar bears don't exist.
But anyway, back to the topic at hand.
What topic? We left the topic an hour ago.
Fair.
At this point, we ran out of material. That's why I switched to conspiracy theories.
Anyways, Star Trek Online is an amazing game. you should at least give it a try, give it a look, check it out, so on and so forth.
Have some fun with it. Pay into it. Don't pay into it. We can't tell you what to do with your money. Pay into it.
I'm not your mother. I'm not your mother. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Except go check it out. I am going to tell you to do that.
Don't know if we'll be back next week, but if we are, don't know what we're going to talk about. We're just going to fucking wing it from there.
I do. You dipshits have some homework.
Oh shit.
So for next week's possible episode, if there is one, you guys need to watch Star Trek Continues, and we're going to talk that.
Okay. Professor, I'd like to say I did not do my homework.
Well, fuck you anyway.
The dog ate my homework.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay.
What the fuck? That doesn't even... What?
Porthos ate my homework.
God damn it. Yeah, there's not much. It's like 10 episodes on YouTube. They're less than an hour long, I think. I think they're like 40, 50 minutes long. Except for the last couple of episodes. I think those are a bit longer. Just because it's like a two-parter type deal.
That's 10 episodes too many.
No, it's not. Dude, Star Trek Continues is fucking amazing. And I will not hear any slander on that.
Well, if we're going to do Star Trek Continues, we should also watch Star Trek Renegades then and do an episode on that.
Yeah. I can agree to that because both of them are good. So
I would personally rather watch Star Trek 5 again.
What's wrong with you? Jeez. Don't get me wrong, I love Star Trek 5, but fuck, come on.
For me personally, I would rather sit through the torture of Star Trek 5 again than to watch those.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, I guess. Whatever.
Well, I am Captain Yarbrough, and I am signing off.
I am Captain
I
Hudson.
got my free session.
And I am signing off.